Oh, we in here. Woo! Hey! Oh, we celebrating grandmothers today. Where y'all at? Somebody get Vicky on the line. Hey, 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 hey. That's a good feeling. Hey, say where I wanna be. Yeah. Woo! Locked in your prison. A total ecstasy. Alright, alright. Hey! Hey! Let's do, there is nothing. Alright, y'all, I gotta cut this off because we don't own the rights to this music and we don't want this video to be shut down. Hey! Thank you for joining me here at Happy Hour with Miss Melanie. 1 hour of happy. We come on here to encourage you, especially mothers, single mothers. Hey, to take some time for yourself. Find some time in the day, every day, at least 1 hour. You need to have at least 1 hour of happy. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that makes you smile. Do something that relaxes your mind and center you. You know what I mean? Because we are the glue to the family, honey. And if we are out of whack, the whole family is out of whack. And we don't want that. We don't want that. So we want you to make sure that you take at least 1 hour of happy a day. Let me tell you one thing, y'all. We celebrating grandmothers today. And my cousin Vicky, she requested this. So y'all get her on this line. Get her on this line. But if she don't make it, she'll catch the replay. But we're celebrating grandmothers today. And I want to tell y'all something. I want to let you know a secret. Girl, I had a book signing, another book signing and reading yesterday. Let me tell you one thing. Those things, they are very inspirational. And for me, I go into a space before that because, it's just like I'm publishing this book all over again. You know what I mean? Because I'm facing some things. I'm talking about some things. But yesterday I had a new energy, honey. I went in there and we did the daggone thing. It was really, really nice. The people that showed up, even the guy who was working at the bookstore, he said, well, thank you for having that, having this talk because I learned a lot and he needed to talk. You know what I mean? So you never know who needs to talk and who is dealing with some things that maybe you can't see on the surface, but they may be inner things that they're dealing with. So I want you to know that everybody needs to deal with their childhood trauma. Because if you don't, it will keep on following you. It will keep on following you. It's just like baggage. When you see homeless people, you see them, they got all these bags. That's trauma. That's trauma. And it's probably from their childhood. So we don't want to carry around that bag because, see, we're carrying around invisible bags. So we got to get rid of them, okay? So yesterday was a great success. I thank the Lord for that. It was a great success. Now today we're talking about celebrating grandmothers. What is a grandmom? What do a grandmom do? Hey, you done raise your kids. And now your kids are having kids. So that's where grandmothers come in. Now, I did some research. I know a lot of grandmothers. I had a grandmother. My mother was a grandmother. My family, there's grandmothers all in my family. But I'm not a grandmother yet. Ain't that something? 3 daughters and I'm not a grandmother yet. But that's another story for another.
I like that you said yet.
Another.
What the Lord has got in store.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not a grandmother yet, so I'm going to need some interaction from you guys, because you're going to have to help me with this today, because sometimes I get a little emotional that I'm not a grandmother yet.
Yeah, heavy on the yet.
You know what I mean? Heavy on the yet, but I do believe God, and I do believe that something is coming. You know what I mean? Thank you for that, cousin. It's okay. But come on, I got 3 daughters. Can you call Vicky and tell her to get on here? Because she wants to talk about grandmothers. And she was busting my chops about, when are you going to do the grandmothers? Today. Today we're celebrating grandmothers. So I'm going to be talking about grandmothers, but I need you guys to help me with this with grandmothers because, like I said, I'm not a grandmother yet. But I did a little research. And we're going to celebrate you guys today. Okay? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Child, I done wrote it down. Grandmothers. So, I just want to talk about what a grandmother is. Mm-hmm. A grandmother is a mother who've had children, and her children are having children now. That's what makes her a grandmother. And the good thing about grandmothers are what their position is in the family. And this was so great when I read about it. Because I know what a grandparent is from my point of view, but I studied on what they think a grandmother is. And it is a mother of a person's parent. In family, she holds special roles of love, wisdom, and guidance. That was one a definition. I'm going to give you another one. A grandmother is more than a mother of one's parent. She is a living bridge between the past and the future. She carries within her the wisdom of generations, the stories of where a family has come from, and the quiet strength that sustains where it's going. I love that. I love that she is the living bridge. She has the history of the family. The grandmother sets the tone. She lets you know what happened before her, you know what I mean, and during her. And then she lets you know the family history. That's the family history. And then she sets the tone for the kids. Now, my cousin Vicky, the one that really requested this, she has... I don't know if she got 10 grandkids, 12 grandkids, 15 grandkids. She has a lot of grandkids. But her mother had a lot of grandkids as well. So she's, it's like a pass down to the next generation. She has a lot of grandkids. And when I tell you she gets those grandkids, she gets those grandkids when she gets those grandkids. And she loves them all. And she tries to get them all and do everything for them. But when she wants her time, she wants her own time. And I understand that. But she is a good grandmother. Because she loves every last one of them. She posts them all the time. Don't let them have any achievement or birthdays. Because she will be posting them. So get ready. Here she goes. Y'all, she has entered the chat. Okay? She's here. Hi, my love. And she will post, whether you want to remember their birthdays or not, or if you haven't, she will post their birthdays because she wants you to know that today is one of her grandchildren's day. Girl, she said she have 18 grandkids and one great-grandchild. Lord have mercy. You are blessed, honey. You are blessed. You are what, 18? Wow! Child, and one great-grandchild. And she doesn't look like she even have any children.
Yeah, she looks young.
She looks very young and she cute with it. You know what I mean? So, honey child, grandmothers, when I was coming up, they looked old. They looked like they were 70, 80, and 90. But now these grandmothers are sexy. And see, I'm still waiting to be a grandmother, and you better trust and believe that I'm still sexy. I'm still cute and all that, pretty and cute and all those things. You know what I mean? So we're celebrating grandmothers, and we want to celebrate her. I see my cousin LaVon. She's on here. She is a grandmother as well. And, she, her grandkids is, you know what I mean? All of them is spoiled. All of them is like they're just the only grandchild. She takes care of them. She has her first granddaughter is in college, about to graduate. I think she may have even graduated college. Let me know in the chat, LaVon. But, they're doing really good. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I love the fact that they said that grandmothers hold the history of the family. And they do. Grandmothers, pretty much, I see in different cultures where grandmothers keep the kids. The grandmother, while the other ones go out. Her granddaughter, my cousin's granddaughter, is graduating from college in May. What a great accomplishment. What a great accomplishment. And we're so proud of Saya. And, a grandmother holds the family history. And the grandmother set up, how the family is going to go. You know what I mean? Because the grandmother is the foundation. She is the foundation. And, a lot of people think that the grandmother is just supposed to watch the kids. No, the grandmother holds the future of the family. She holds the royal jewels of the family. And I love that. When I studied about that and read about that, my mother was a grandmother, and one thing about her, may she rest in peace.
The best
She was a good grandmother. She loved her grandchildren. She was there for her grandchildren. She wasn't a good babysitter. She wasn't a good babysitter. You know what I mean?
We drank coffee.
You know what I mean? She wasn't a good babysitter. She gave them coffee and all that. And she said, well, what's going on? And she wanted to know my business. So she sat down with the kids with my business. And and she wasn't a good, she didn't babysit all the time. She did it on her own terms. Like if I needed to go out or whatever, Mom, why don't you get the kids? Oh, no, because she was a busy woman. But she was one of the best grandchildren. My kids miss her so much because a grandmother's love is a different love. You know what I mean? A grandmother have raised their children, and now they have the greatest, biggest heart to help love your children and to help to make sure that they go in the right direction. So we're celebrating grandmothers today because grandmothers are special. They are really, really special, and they are prizes. They are jewels in the family. They are jewels in the family, and we need to do a little bit more for grandmothers. We need to honor them a little bit more because they are totally the best. Help is the word. We don't need to help grandmothers. Grandmothers are doing really good, but what we do need to do is celebrate grandmothers because you are great. Whatever you're doing, you raise your children to have children, and now you have the liberty. Now you have the liberty of helping to direct the lives of your grandchildren. Because you best believe when my grandchildren come here, let me tell you one thing. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be a good grandmother. I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to tell my grandkids, listen, you don't want to stay with your parents, call me. I'll be over there. Because, and honey, I tell my kids all the time, God bless their, the baby's father and his family, because I don't know if this is going to be their first, but it's going to be my first, and I'm going to be funny acting.
The comment was, we're here to help.
Oh, yes, grandmothers are here to help. Yes, grandmothers are here to help. Yeah. Yes, and they do a good job helping because they add, you know what I mean? Like, you are the parents have the job, but grandmothers come with the help, and they are a big help. They bring great help to your children with helping them raise their children. What are the other?
Well, I had to step in because you're talking about grandmothers, and as much as I wanted to let you have your show, I had to let you know that my grandmother, Gam, Irene Estelle.
Okay.
The esteemed Irene Estelle.
Yes.
Courtney Brown.
The best in town.
Okay. Was the best grandmother.
Yes, she was.
In the world.
Yes.
She loved her grandkids.
Yes, okay? She did. Aunt Ethel is watching.
She loved her grandkids.
Yes, she did. Yes. Hi, Aunt Ethel.
My grandmother never missed a beat.
No, she didn't.
She was at everything for her grandkids.
Yes, she was.
She supported us.
Yes, she was.
Every single thing we wanted to do.
Yes.
When I think about Gam passed in 2007.
Yeah.
But my entire life until she passed, she was active. She was present.
Yes.
And her presence was known.
Yes, it was.
There is not a person
Yes,
that
it
came
was.
in my life that did not know my grandmother.
Yes.
And she also had an overtake spirit because I think
she
that
did have an overtake
even
spirit.
when,
She did. She took over every daggone thing.
When my biological dad's mother died, and I said, I was telling people my grandmother passed, they were like, but Gam been passed. And I'm like, but you know people have two grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gam was really, she
Yes.
was very important, she was impactful, and she was effective.
Yes, Gam was. Yes, she was.
She was that girl. So I had to step in as her first grandchild.
Okay. Thank you, first grandchild.
You are doing a show on grandmothers.
Grandmothers.
And
grandmothers.
I had to let you know that the best grandmother was my grandmother.
Okay.
Irene Steph.
Kudos to you for the best grandmother.
Let's shout her out.
Yes.
And she was a big help to you.
And Gam was a big help to me. Yes, she was. She
you.
wasn't the best babysitter.
She was a big
but
help
she
to
was
you.
a big help
because
to me.
Because you know what? When I got grown, I said, wait, I had no idea where she was babysitting me at.
Okay.
So you should talk about this.
Yes. She worked at the she worked for the state, and her office was in a halfway house.
I did not even know that was a
and she had my children
with the inmates. I did not know that.
I'm like, where's my daughter? Oh, she upstairs with
But
I said,
I
girl,
didn't know that until I was in adult.
She said, yeah, she got it. No, I don't want her with no prisoners. My mother was something. You hear what I'm saying?
She also used to cook there, like big meals.
Yes, she used to cook big. Her greens was on at this job. Like, she was the best grandmother there was. I'm telling you, she was something. And yes, yes, Levon, to answer your question about karaoke, because I seen that one. No, my kids won't be at karaoke, but we will do karaoke at home. Because all my grandkids will do karaoke with me.
Ethel said that she
said she
has 20 grandkids.
My God, today. Ethel, you have 20 grandkids?
She has 17 great grandkids.
17 great grand?
And she doesn't remember how many great grands she has.
She got great grand.
She's lost count.
Let me tell you one thing.
That's a legacy.
That is a legacy. And that's a beautiful legacy. To have 21 grandchildren.
What does she enjoy about being a grandmother?
And she has 21 grandchildren. How many?
She has 20 grands.
She has 20 grands.
17 great grands.
17 great grands.
And she doesn't remember how many.
And she don't remember how many great grands. Well, let me tell you how this legacy goes. My Aunt Ethel is 81. And let me tell you one thing. Her hair is always fried dyed and laid to the daggone side. She goes anywhere that she wants to go. Every event, I can look on here and see her at every event that everybody is having. I just seen her at a breakfast. I said, what in the world? But she's 81. She has 4 children. And her son has preceded her, Curtis. Oh, my goodness. I can't even get into that. Boogie. But she, and 3 are still here. But she has... How many grandchildren? 21. 20 grandchildren, 17 great-grand, and she's lost count of the great-grand. That's a legacy in itself. She is to be celebrated today. Let's give it up for Aunt Ethel. You are to be celebrated, my love. And what do you guys enjoy about being a grandmother? I need to hear because I'm not a grandmother. Even my baby niece is on here, Kaisha. She's a grandmother. Like, what in the world? What do you guys enjoy about being a grandmother? We have to give our aunt our flowers.
Well, my grandmother isn't here, but one of the things that she enjoyed...
They are cracking up about you in here.
One of the things that Gam enjoyed, I will speak for her. One of the things that Gam enjoyed...
She don't have any great-grand. She said she lost count.
One of the things that Gam enjoyed was spending time. She loved cooking.
Mm-hmm.
That was her love language. I learned that as an adult. I probably didn't understand it when she was here, and I think that when your grandmother is gone, you miss everything.
Mm-hmm.
I spent my entire life with her, so without her has been very
Yeah, when
difficult.
you came home from the hospital, you came to her house.
It's been very difficult without her. But what I will say is she enjoyed cooking.
She enjoyed
that
cooking.
That was her love language. She could cook for hundreds of people. Like, she was the best cook ever. And
yes.
When
Clean cook.
When people say their grandmother can cook, I'm like, I'm sure they can, but not like him. I really believe that. Like, she was restaurant
You can't
level.
battle everybody about their grandmother.
She was restaurant level. She was definitely a good cook. Mm-hmm. And also she liked spending time. And she used to say, don't monopolize my time.
Don't monopolize my time. If you gonna come, come over, because I have things to do. Please don't monopolize my time. Toya, don't monopolize my time.
She likes spending time, but don't waste her time.
Don't waste her time.
And don't play with her time.
Don't play with her time. So LaVon says she loves shopping. And that's the truth, because she been shopping since I knowed her. She shops for everybody since I knowed her. She shops for everybody. She buys everybody, all the kids and all of this. So I know she's out shopping for these grandchildren because she loves to shop. And Vicky says she enjoy being around them. And yes, you do, because you will have a day of grandkids. Bring the grandkids over, because I've done cooked. I've been cooking since yesterday so that the grandkids can come over and eat. And you do love that. And I love that about you, that you will get them and spend time with them. And time is very important. Spending time, building your legacy, and building relationship with your grandchildren is really, really important, because as you can see, my daughters and my niece Samia, they don't have my mother anymore. And all we could do is remember her and talk about her and the things that, she did as a grandmother. And it's so hilarious because she went against everything that I would establish with my kids. She would just the stuff that she wouldn't even allow nobody to do with her kids. Oh, she did it with my kids. Ask my business. You couldn't ask her kids her business. Yeah. We couldn't tell nobody her business.
I think that grandparents too have a.
But she asked my kids my business.
I think that grandparents have a softer heart, because
they do.
Think about
it's the second time around.
I know that people say I have a cousin who he always says we could never be on her furniture or her carpet. And now that she has grandkids, they can do whatever they want. They don't get in trouble. I think that it's like a softer, mushier heart when you are a grandmother.
I feel like it's a second chance. Like, you have this child that you can help nurture, but you can send them back to full-time parenting. But when you do spend time with them, you can nurture them and you can love and you can pour into them until they go back home.
I think that's important. I'm so sorry to be in this, but I love my grandmother so much.
Yeah, but
I also want to say this.
You didn't want to be on the show today, but you're on the show today.
I think that I want to say this too, that grandparents hold a significant impact.
Yes, on your life, on the grandchildren.
Amount of things that me, Nikki, Lauren,
she should have been a host today, because honey, she is brilliant.
This is my topic. That me, Nikki, and Lauren and Samia talk about when it comes to GAM.
I have stuff in the comments.
These are lifelong things. Like, Nikki is like, do you ever sit down and ponder the fact that Nikki cooks like GAM?
Yes, my daughter.
It just came out of nowhere when GAM passed away.
Oh, she cooks like my mother, and let me tell you one thing. My mother did all this cooking with all these pots and this and that and that and this, and then she would expect the people to clean up after her. And that is Nikki. And then Nikki wants to get an attitude, you know what I mean, and say, well, listen, I done cooked. I done got the bacon, fried the bacon, and got everything y'all could clean up. Well, why you gotta get nasty? And she acts just like my mother.
Really round. But I think that any grandmother that's listening, and you actively have a relationship with your grandkids, just know that everything you say, those kids are.
Okay, producer, can you tell me what my people are saying in here? Because you want to talk about this grandmother.
Said it's a different type of love. I love spending time with
my son. My son is on here.
She said it's a different type of love. I love spending time with Chance. He keeps me busy. I'm sorry, with Chase, not Chance. Why you say his name is Chase?
Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you call them,
I
chins?
said chins, but I meant
Well,
chins.
you have to.
She loves spending
You
time
need to
with
be hooked
Chase.
on phonics.
She loves spending time with Chase. He keeps her busy, and she just loves hearing him say, "Come on, Mimi." But yeah, don't do a lot of babysitting, laughing out loud unless it's much needed.
Kaisha, I
You always
want to.
have him.
Yeah, you always have him. So you're saying that you don't do the babysitting. Hi, June. But you always have Chase. So you have to explain that. But Levon said, wait a minute. My aunt says she has a great grand. Don't play with her. Okay.
You keep going into family stuff. It's up
Yeah.
here. His mom be right here. Oh, she said. She said.
When you have him,
Chase be there, but his mom be right there.
so you and his mom spend a lot. You and your daughter spend a lot of time together too. So you all three of y'all be together as you're with your grandson, and you do spend a lot of time with him, and that's really awesome. But let me tell you one thing: everywhere y'all go, y'all got him.
You know what also is something that we should talk about, that you should talk about today, is when a grandparent has the opportunity to live, like a grandchild has the opportunity to live in a house with their grandparent.
Okay.
In a lot of cultures, people.
I was going to get into that.
Okay,
Yes. We want to talk about when children live in the household with their grandmother. Now, a lot of cultures have families where the grandmother, because I was going to talk about that. I used to work with a Latino girl and an Indian girl, and the Latino girl, their grandparent lived in the house with them when they were growing up. And the grandmother was, she cooked while the parents went out or whatever. And she was there for when the kids come home and all of that. She did all the domesticated work for the family. And the mother and father went out and the kids, was in and out. But the Indian family, they raised the kids. They raised the grandkids while while they go out and work. But in my mother's household, when I was there with my daughter, my mother was bossy. My mother was, I couldn't tell the child what to do because she was too busy telling the child and being the child's, you know what I mean? She was too busy telling my kids what to do. And whatever my rules, she overruled whatever my rules was. So I said, you know what? I got to get out of here because I got to run my own thing. I can't have her.
But what comes out of that is relationship. It's like you have your mom, you have your grandmom. Some cultures, the great grandparents. I produced this show, and it's funny that you talk about Indian families because the family I'm talking about was Indian. But it's certain traditions, like their family, because the grandparents did not live with them, 2 months.
Hi, cousin. Hi, Crystal.
2 months out of the year, they would come, husband and wife, not just grandma, but the grandparents. 2 months out of the year would come and stay with them, particularly in the summer.
Yeah.
So that those kids would know the impact of having a grandparent.
Yeah.
So
they come to help.
Yeah,
they come to help the family. Yes.
Even we lived in a particular neighborhood out here in LA, and that culture, the Armenian culture, you always saw the grandparents with the kids,
right,
through the day, giving their kids an opportunity to go to work, do whatever they need to do. So,
grandparents are significant. Yes, they really, really are. Vicky said she had her granddaughter since she was her oldest granddaughter since she was 10. And yes, you do love your Samira to death. Yes, you do, honey. Yes, you do. And she had her granddaughter, and she's been raising her granddaughter. And that's a different kind of love, but that's very special for you to take your grandchild and help your daughter out by taking your granddaughter and raising her.
That should definitely be commended because I know a lot of grandmothers who have stepped in. Maybe their kids, something tragic happened, like maybe the kid.
Don't be shut.
Maybe the kid passed away, or maybe
what?
The kid.
What are you talking about?
When a grandparent steps in and takes over, particularly a grandmom. I'm saying that's the significant thing when they do that because, like you said, a grandparent has already raise their child.
Yeah.
But if your child needs help in any way,
Okay.
like
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Or if a child goes,
you say it sound like I'm gonna be a stay-at-home grandma.
You know what? You don't appreciate my comment.
Yes, I do, but I have to talk.
But you're talking about grandmothers. My grandmother
Yes.
was. I'm giving
Yes,
you
but I asked you to be a guest, and you wouldn't. Do not sabotage my show.
I'm not
Go,
sabotaging
go,
your
go,
show.
go.
Are you nice to me? Because I help produce you.
No, I'm not going to be a stay-at-home grandchildren. I'm going to have my grandkids with me. I'm just going to. And like I said, whoever the father is, if their mother has already had grandchildren, she going to have to back
Mom,
up.
that is a true statement. You will be a stay-at-home grandma. Because at the end of the day, you will either be with me or Nikki or Lauren, whoever got the grandkids, that you will be with us. Mm-hmm. So that's not that's like, yeah, that's a fact. My mom will be with us, period.
Whatever.
I want my kids to have as much time. I already know you're going to be an amazing grandmother because you are a great mother, grandmother, all that too. A lot of kids out
there. Period.
And technically, you actually, I mean, my brother has kids.
And I love them. And they are my grandchildren. Yeah. They are. I love Kayla and Izzy. I do. Yeah, they are mine. But June is saying, hi, Sheila. How are you, my love?
She's a new grandmother.
Yes, you're a new grandmother. To Saint. Talk to me about that. She says, my grand will be with me often.
Miss June said, I live alone.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Miss June. She said, I live alone and all my kids live in different states. However, I try to spend as much time with them as possible. My Bubba calls me all the time.
Yes, I love your Bubba.
And she said, but I do love the fact that I can go back home.
Okay, but that's the joy of everything. You can go visit with them, and then you could go back home. You make memories with them and spend time with them, and then you could go back home. And then they're in their state with their mother. That's a great analogy, and that's what generally happens. When you go, you miss them, you come with gifts, you bring a different energy, a different joy when you come to see your grandkids, when you visit them and all of that, and then you go home. I don't have grandchildren, but I have 2 nephews that when I see them, I have all this stuff for them. You know what I mean? I would like to know their sizes and this and that and that and this, so I can have stuff for them because I don't see them all the time because they live out of the country. So they're not my grandchildren, but they're my nephews. And when I go to see my grandchildren, Kayla and Izzy, I like to make sure that, you know, I have stuff for them because grandmothers are a jewel. And we come with a different set of love for our grandchildren, and they are looking for that from grandmothers. Grandmothers are great. They're your great nephews. They're my nephews, honey.
I have to give a lot of credit to Levine.
Yeah,
she is a very, very good grandmother. She gives them everything.
I'm sure Levine is a very good grandmother because to her children and other people's children, she was great. So I know when she got them grandchildren that she was there for them. I know it without a shadow of a doubt that she was a great, that she's a great grandmother.
I think that the kids of the the kids who made the grandparents, I think that they need to have a wake-up call and realize that a grandmother is a help, not a supposed to do anything. I think that the mindset should be...
I don't think grandkids feel like that.
Not grandkids, kids.
Kids, okay.
I'm talking about if you have a child, I have a child and I bring them to the grandmother's house. It's a blessing. It's like it's an extra set of hands, like these grandmothers are saying. It's a help. I don't have the grandmother or grandfather. The grandmother in this particular case doesn't have to do anything. So whatever they do is a blessing.
Yes.
And I think sometimes that's a blurred line where people are like, you got to do this and you got to do this because that's your grandchild. It's like, well, technically I don't. That's your child. Anything I do is a blessing.
Well, I'm going to say this. I wanted or expected my children, other grandmothers, to do for them. And I'm going to say this and then I'm going to leave it alone. I wanted them to do something. I expected to stand in for their sons. But I'm going to get off of that one. Please. But anyway, so Vicky said, I love that you, she has a love for her grandchildren that you can't explain. Mm-hmm. And that is true. You know what I mean? It's a different type of love. And listen, when you have multiple, you got to be able to extend that love to all of them. You can't have no favorites. You can't have no favorites because that will create a problem. But what I did with my children is I don't love one better than I love the other. But what I do let them know is I love Toya longer than I've loved Nikki. And I love Nikki longer than I've loved Lauren because I've known them longer. But I love them all. I love them all. And listen, they all can get, I'm cutting 1/3 right now until I have my grandchildren, my other ones. Not only this this is a little pickle, this conversation right here. But anyway, you can't have no favorites. You have to love them all the same, and you have to show up for them all the same because kids see that and they pick that up. You know what I mean? And we don't want them to feel no kind of way. But nobody on here, I can't really see all of them because my things go up. But if all of
Sheila
these kids,
said truth, no favorite grands.
Right. What else was said? Because
Sheila said, I agree with you, Melanie. My grand will be with me often.
Yes, little Saint. He getting big. He is getting big. Let me take one thing. These kids are born, and then the next thing I see, they is grown. You can't.
You know what I saw on Instagram?
What?
I saw a picture of it was a picture of a grandmom. She had money in her hand, and she had it behind the couch, and she was handing it to her grandchild, and she was like, it says something like when your parent say no, your grandma always got you,
and that is the truth.
Yeah,
that is the truth. When your mother says no, when your parent says no, kids always go to their grandmothers, to their grandparents, and their grandmother will say, "Well, here you go.
Here you go.
Don't say nothing. Here you go."
Yeah, don't say nothing.
And I know I'm gonna be that kind of grandmother. Like
that's how your mom was. I feel like. I feel like the time that you spend with your grandparent, it also takes a weight off the parent. I think that
Vicky, I love you, honey, because this is your day.
This her day.
This is for you. She said, I love them all, and Samira is my oldest grandchild, but I love them all the same. Yes. Yes, you do, my love. And let me tell you one thing. They all know it. You hear what I say? They all know it. Because she will line them up and take a picture of them. She will put all of them on Facebook, whether you want to see them or not, because they are her grandchildren. And I applaud you for that, my love. I really, really do.
She said it's a different kind of love, and I agree with that. It's an unexplainable.
Okay, so June said something.
Kind of love.
She said, I find myself more softer with my grandchildren than I was with my own children. And that is the truth. You can explain things. You have time to explain, to talk to them, to reason with them where they may have difficulty receiving it from their parent. So then the grandmother could come in and say, well, look at it like this, with a softer approach. And the kids feel safe. Because it's from grandma. Crystal says it's the relationships that makes the child the favorite and least favorite.
You don't have that. You don't have that. So
Let me tell you one thing. My grandmother.
You don't have that.
My grandmother had 1,000,000 grandchildren. And I don't know nobody that could say they were the favorite or the least favorite. Now, she had some that she seen more than she seen the others. But she was straight up and down, no chaser.
And you talking
with
about
all of them. My grandmother, Grandmom Janie.
Which is, so you only know, so your relationship with Grandmom Janie, do you have a relationship with any other grandma? I'm asking.
Girl, if you don't go away from me here.
I'm trying to make
I have a relationship with Grandmom Janie. Yes.
That's it, right?
That's
and
it.
that's what I'm saying. I wanted you to answer that for a point, because the thing about it is the grandmother, now grandparents are not allowed to have favorites, but grandchildren definitely have favorites, because the grandparent that is the most active, that's the one you're going to latch to the most. Now, crazy thing, I don't know how other people's grandmoms are, but Gam was so powerful that I feel like,
you and Vicky should have done this today.
Vicky, let's get together.
Yes. Y'all should have done this.
But I feel like
you and her got everything to say.
Because you said grandmothers. Listen,
no, I was talking about my grandmother.
I tried to leave.
You won't even let me talk about my grandmother.
But I said, wait a minute, because Gam, if you're talking about grandmother, she's not here. But
she got a representative.
Her fruit is still here. But Gam was so powerful that everybody bowed down to her. Period.
No, ain't nobody bowed down to her. No, they did not.
Let me tell you, yes, they did.
We only bowed down to the Lord. Don't say that.
Mom, you are not being honest. Mimi came to me and said, Gammy is in charge. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dad's mom.
I'm not going through that with you on here, Kaisha and Latoya. I'm not.
What?
Because she's going to say she's the favorite grandchild. Yeah, no. She's going to say she's the favorite grandchild.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't know.
And she said, I know I'm the favorite grandchild. I won't
The favorite grandchild from Aunt Loretta and Uncle Billy?
Yes.
Kaisha, Terrence was born first.
Listen, I don't deal with the favorites. I can't deal with no favorites. But what I will say is, my grandmother, was that Kaisha's grandmother? No, that was Kaisha's great grandmother. It was Vicky's grandmother.
Grandma Janie?
Yeah, Grandma Janie. Because I have to, you know what I mean? I have to make sure I got the generations in. But my grandmother was straight up no chaser, and she told us all.
Miss June said times are different today.
Yes.
She said I put the whip to mine.
Yeah, but you can't do that now. But I told my kids, I said, now listen, because when I had my last one, I had to let her know. You can call the 800 number now, because I'm getting ready to tear you behind up, and tell them when they come to take you. Because I'm tired of this anyway. I'm single by myself raising you. So you can call the 800 number now, because don't play no games with me. Because in here, I'm going to tear you up.
Levon said that y'all see y'all Grandma Janie every day, and she hollered at all of y'all the same.
Hollered at, that's what I'm trying to get them to understand. Who got my door open? Close my door, flies coming in. Everybody got it the same. And, you know, when she had something nice to say, she had something nice to say. When she said what she said, she said what she said. But we loved our grandmother. We just loved our grandmother. She was the same. She was the same. I had an art with her, and my mother was going to throw me out for that, because she going to come over my house to get her Jerry curl done. And then when I get finished doing her Jerry curl, she going to say, well, Grandma loves you. I said, what? Girl, this is my business. She said, Grandma love you. She love you. I told my mom, I said, Mom, listen. Your mom can't keep coming up here getting her hair done, and she don't pay nobody. She said, well, you could get out. Okay. So, listen, my grandmother was one of a kind, and I miss her. I'm telling you, if she was here today, things would be different.
You can't, you keep reading these comments wrong. Kaisha said...
What did I say? Well, you are my producer. You're supposed to give me the question.
Well, Kaisha said that she knows she the favorite grandma.
Wait a minute. So, LaVon gonna say Danny was her favorite. Danny lived there.
See, I told you it's a difference.
Danny lived there, but I can't believe that he was her favorite. Cause Renee wanted to say she was the favorite. You know what I mean? Like, there is a lot of people that want to say that they was the favorite. And then you gotta remember.
Mom, you're saying the wrong thing. She's saying that Kaisha is saying that she said no. I'm saying I'm
Chase's favorite. Oh.
But I was my Papa Billy favorite.
I know what she was saying. I know what she was saying. I see what she said when she first said it.
Kaisha, I cannot.
She always said that, and I'm not repeating that. And LaVon is saying that Danny was Grandma Janie's favorite. And I'm saying to LaVon that Renee said that she was the favorite.
Now, I know this show is about grandmoms, but Cousin Crystal said parents have their favorite. They might not admit it, but it is known to everyone. Here's the thing. I know this show is about grandmoms, and shout out to Gam, but as far as a mom, you don't have no favorites in here. We are all treated the same. So I don't know about that.
What I want to say, well, I had said something to my kids before. I had said that, you know, when, okay, so my policy, I wanted my money to be left 3,
oh God, you telling that story?
yeah, 30, and wait a minute, what is it? It's 10. I wanted, it was 3, and 3, 33% for 3 of the kids, 3 of my 3 daughters. And the 1% would be my first grandchild. So, for my oldest first grandchild. So, Nikki going to say, well, wait a minute, what about the second one? What about if I have one? And then this turned into a whole big thing. Okay, I don't even have the daggone grandchild. So I said, well, the 1% could be broken up for the first grandchild that all of them have. The first one for Toya, the first one for Lauren. Nikki, the first one for Lauren. And she said, well, what if I have another child? I said, look, y'all going to have to leave something for your own kids because I can't get into that. But it is so funny because my children want to make sure everybody is even. And that's how I raised them. Everybody is even. There's nobody is above nobody. Nobody is the favorite. Because the toy was like, well, why didn't you leave me 34% and leave them all?
As the oldest,
as the oldest, you should leave me 33, 34 and leave them 33. I said, no, I will not. No, I will not.
I'm the oldest, but I'm not going
No,
to
I will not. You cannot get into that. You cannot get into that.
Because there's no way in God's name that I should have the same as Nikki and Lauren.
Yes, you should.
I am the oldest.
You're not the favorite.
But I'm not going to get into it with you.
And we're not. We're not.
This is about Gam, first of all. This is about grandparents.
Wait a minute. It's a lot going on in here about Danny, too. So, LaVon is saying, because we lived across the street. Wait a minute. What's going on? Tell me what's going on in here, LaToya.
She said Danny was still her favorite.
Danny, somebody could say little Ronnie, Uncle Ronnie's son was the favorite. Because he was the first grandchild. Mona thinks she was the favorite.
Well, what are some of the characteristics of being a grandparent?
You know what I mean? Like, so it's you coming with your stats, LaVon. You down the line with grandkids. You always down the line. But I know what you see every day. And Danny lived there with Grandma Janie.
Sheila said, being the oldest don't have anything to do with it. Now people
say it again, Sheila. Say it again, Sheila. Say it again because she don't hear me. Being the oldest don't have nothing to do with it. 33. Well, and the 1% is for. Yes, he is, but we have to talk about that. Anyway, what are they saying in the comments, my love? Because you here talking about your grandmother. You ain't even doing your job. Wait a minute. Somebody said something about Toya, Nikki, and Lauren. Have some kids.
No, Kaisha said, well, I wish they hurry up and have some kids, Toya, Nikki, and Lauren.
Right. Me too, with all this grandmom conversation.
And Sheila said, what if the oldest is well off and the youngest is not? How can that be fair? Oh, man, you done started a whole nother thing.
Yeah, well, it's still 33, 33, 33. Now, if I see that the youngest is not doing so well, I might change it. Who knows? Or I might palm her something. You know what I mean? That nobody know. Because I do a little, I am individual with them sometimes, but who knows? Who knows? That's long off.
Miss June said, I left Troy executor of everything, but I know he will take care of his sisters. That's what I'm saying to you. You know he will take care of them.
Wait a minute, so Levon is in here. She messy. I can't have this on here. She gonna say, and I know Danny was her favorite, and Hakeem was Ethel's favorite. I'm not doing this with you and Kaisha on here with these favorites. Grandparents, grandmothers don't have no favorites.
I think that Hakeem, I know this is not a personalized show, but I think that Hakeem was a lot of people's favorite. Hakeem is
still living.
Hakeem is
so was is not a good
no, but
word.
I'm talking about when he was little. I'm talking about little. Mm-hmm. He was just like such a cute. Everybody wanted. I feel like that's how Lauren was. Everybody just wanted to pick him up and hold him.
Oh, everybody loved my Hakeem.
Like Hakeem was just like.
I'm still mad at his mother because he was supposed to come and live with me.
Boys around at that time because I feel like we all just treated him like Prince Hakeem. Like,
he was Prince Hakeem.
We just all treated him like a little.
He said hi and jab. I love him. I love him. Oh my gosh. Now he was my favorite.
But Sheila said, no, I agree with you, not Toya.
I know you do. I don't agree with that daggone Latoya. She ain't running my stuff. But June says she left her son. She has one son. So she left him in charge of everything. Now I see that different. So
get back on grandparent.
Yeah, I see that as different. June says she left her son as executor over her stuff so that he can divvy it out. He's the oldest?
Yes, he is.
Well, that's her son and he's the oldest. And that's her choice.
Get out of there.
You're not backing me into a corner, my love. My kids is not gonna be mad at me.
Put the card in reverse. Back out.
No. What is Victoria saying? Samira is my oldest and everybody thinks she is my favorite, but that's because she lives with me. I'm not going to deal with that one either.
But it's like I said, the grandchild that grows up with the grandparent, they see a different side.
But Levine agrees with you. She thinks the oldest should get the most.
But even what Vicky is saying, it's like she's the grandma, right? And her granddaughter is living with her.
Oh, this is a lot going on in here.
She's going to see a different side of her grandmother, even than what her mom experienced, because.
Yeah, go ahead. I hear you.
I'm just saying, because her cousin Vicky's granddaughter lives with her, she's going to see a different side because she's with her every day. Mm-hmm. So the grandchild that's not over there every single day, it's like, yeah, you're not going to see grandmoms.
Well, let me stop you here.
I had a chance to live with my grandmother.
Y'all asking me to do this. Vicky asked me to do this, and this will turn messy. Because Kaisha going to say, I think my mom done left Kiana in charge, and they think I don't know. Okay, now hold on. Hold
but
on.
we don't even need to talk about that because we have asked God to extend your lifetimes quadruple.
And Levon said Hakeem is the favorite because he was the longest grandchild. He was the only grandchild for the longest. Sheila, I feel the same way that you feel. I don't understand why the oldest should be in charge, but you know what? This is messy. This is going to be messy.
Yeah, because now I'm saluting my grandmother.
Now we don't want the favorites.
Now, I'm enjoying this conversation because I thought you was talking about him.
Well, people thought you was the favorite. If we want to get into something.
Well, people also thought I was the third child.
No, people ain't think you was the third child. People thought you was the favorite.
Child because, you know what? This leads into a good conversation. Grandparents share. If a grandparent is looking for maybe a second chance, or maybe they didn't have the best relationship, the best communication with their child, the next point of communication is the grandchild. And I wish the grandchildren in this chat would speak up because I've had so many conversations with with both of my grandmothers, but right now I'm just talking about Gam.
Well, I couldn't go to my grandmother to talk about my mother at all.
Oh, I definitely could tell on you to Gam, for sure.
My mother sent me over there one time to my grandmother's house, and when I was getting out of the paddy wagon, because she sent me over there in a daggone police car, when I was getting out, my grandmother was standing there. Now what you done did with you? Why your mother do you? I said, oh my gosh. I didn't have no time to say my part of the story because she already had a story and she let me have it. That woman will forever crack me up. I love her. I said, but you know what? When I got there, I said, oh, I ain't going to be able to stay here because I can't. She can't do all this yelling at me all day, every day. Every day.
But I felt like Gam, things that she couldn't talk to you and I tell me about, she came to me. It was just an easier...
we're going to have a part 2 to this.
It was
because you have some stuff that you want to say.
Is this an hour?
Yes, this is an hour. We're going to have, because you're going into something deep.
All of your topics I'll be sometimes chiming in, but you said grandparents.
Let me see. Levine said, Sheila said, Levine, that can also mean that they have accomplished much more and do not need. Okay, wait a minute. Where we at? Where you at from Sheila? Sheila said, get that with your grandkids. Honey, it done got to be a little saucy in here, and we done went over our hour because it's something. So we're going to have a part 2 to this. I want all of y'all back here next Sunday because we're going to go into this because Sawyer is going into another part of this for the grandmothers, but communication. But this was good. You know what I mean? We are celebrating grandmothers, and this is so good. All of you grandmothers on here, I celebrate you, and I'm so glad that you joined this week. We are going to go into a part 2, which I thought we was going to hit it and quit it, but we're going to go into a part 2 next week because I want to go in a little deeper, and Latoya has some things that she want to say. So I'm going to bring her on camera. But I do want to also send another celebration out to my Aunt Ethel. She is my oldest family member. She is the matriarch of our family, and she has a plethora of kids under her legacy, and she has done such a great job, and I commend her and I celebrate her. We celebrate her. So we want to thank her for joining today too with her comments too, because we love you, Aunt Ethel, and we thank God for you. So thank you all for joining me at Happy Hour with Miss Melanie, 1 hour of happy, where we come on to encourage you to take at least 1 hour for yourself. Do something that makes you happy at least 1 hour a day. When you do that for a month, it will become a habit, and you will learn how to take some time for yourself. When you find time for yourself, you will find that you have a better day. You're much happier, and you can laugh a little bit more because you have alleviated or relieved yourself of stressful things by doing something that you like to do. And yes, Levon, I do love karaoke, and I do want to give you guys an apology because I said in the month of October, from October the 1st, that I would be uploading my karaoke, but I can't upload it on Facebook because they will shut it down. So if you have TikTok, look for me on TikTok, but I can't do it on this platform. But trust me and believe, I am in my karaoke zone. You hear what I say? And I am celebrating the great women of music. I love you all. I celebrate you all. And I want you all to have a wonderful rest of the day. Love you, love you, love you, and see you next week. Same time.
And Mimi.
Same place. And I'll see you with Latoya next week because she had so much to say. She needs to be a co-host. She had so much to say about her grandmother, honey.
Right.
And she will not let her grandmother be forgotten.
Never.
So thank you again. It's Happy Hour with Miss Melanie, 1 hour of happy. I love you. Call you back. My plug is calling.